Hi everybody, Martha Mary here. I'm going to take you through another session which will last about an hour hopefully. So all you're going to need is a mat or the carpet if you haven't got a yoga mat at home, a glass of water possibly, and then maybe a blanket or an eye mask or something warmer to put onto your feet when we do our relaxation at the end. So make the class your own. Don't worry about some of the exercises. If you can do it easily, brilliant. If some of the things are a bit more challenging, that's quite a good thing because then you've also got something to work towards and to improve. But never ever work into pain. So please just listen to your own body. If you've got, problems with your shoulders, your wrists or ankles, I'm going to give you adaptations as much as I can. But just know that just enjoy it, make it fun, and don't put yourself under too much pressure to get everything perfect straight away. Those of you that know me already and that attend my classes, you can just go for it. I'm going to try, and those that maybe don't know me so well, I'll give adaptations where I can, especially with the breathing. Those that know me sit down or lie down and just relax and carry on with the exercises, and the others just watch the screen maybe the first time that you do it until you become familiar with what you're doing, then just join in when you feel confident. Okay, so we're going to start with a little bit of breathing lying down. For most people now, just lie down onto the floor. I'll sit back up in a moment just to show those of you that don't know this breath or abdominal breathing. When we transition in my classes, try to always roll up and down on the floor with control. So engage those tummy muscles, pull them in towards the belly button, and then roll your spine down. So we're always using our muscles as much as we can. Wiggle your shoulder blades away from your ears. You might want to pull the chin in slightly so that the back of your neck is nice and long, and then just let your hands go onto the floor. You might want to put your hands onto the belly for those of you that aren't familiar with really releasing and relaxing, breathing deep down into your belly. So you all need to be on the floor, and I'll show you the breath now. So we want to be doing nice full deep breaths in to the top of your in-breath for a count of 3. Hold the breath at the top of your in-breath for a count of 5. And then breathe out again for 5. So you want to breathe out in your own time. So don't wait for me. You breathe in deeply. Hands are expanding. Fingers should slide away as you breathe in. Hold the breath for a count of 5 if you can. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit shorter. And then breathe out, and as you're breathing out for that count of 5, let yourself relax, and your fingers should slide back towards each other as the belly moves in towards your spine. So it's a full breath into the hands, into the belly, down below the belly button if you can, while your shoulders are completely relaxed. So if you are just doing this now after a busy day or first thing in the morning, the mind can be quite busy, so coming into our breath this way is a good way just to slow the mind down. Come into that presence of your body. So we're just going to carry on with your own timing. You breathe in, hold the breath, and then breathe out again. Allowing that exhalation to be slow and deep. Relaxing the space between your eyebrows, breathing in deeply. So this is really good to oxygenate the brain as well, and just to let any stress and tension start to leave your body. And then just softening the space between your eyebrows, softening the tongue into the bottom of your mouth. The cheeks are soft, the lips are soft. So I'm going to join you on the floor. So a lot of the class we're going to do on the floor to start off with. So again, just really feel that sense of letting go into the floor as you continue with the breathing. And then after your next long out breath, just go back to normal breathing. Just let your body breathe in and out how it wants to. And I want you to tune in to your spine. So I've got Reiki music playing, just always allowing that beautiful sound energy as well to permeate into the room. Take this hour just for yourself to really slow down and keep your mind focused on what you're doing. So if your mind starts to analyse the past or start to think about and plan ahead for the future, which it probably will at times, just accept it, but come back to your breathing. Come back to being in your body as much as you physically can. We're also going to do some grounding exercises, which is also going to help draw the energy and the attention into the lower body. So we'll do those as well during this class. So first of all, we're going to do a Feldenkrais exercise, which is similar to Pilates, but Moshe Feldenkrais and Joseph Pilates went off on different tangents. So the first one is called the low back comfort exercise. So what I want you to do is tune into your spine. Notice how it's feeling around the base of your skull and the back of your neck. What do your shoulders feel like? Do your shoulders feel really loose, warm and open? Or do they feel like they could probably let go a little bit? And are you aware of the back of your rib cage touching the floor? And there's no right or wrong for this, so your body's going to be different to everybody else's. Is the back of your waist, is there an arch and a curve in your spine? We tend to have some natural curves in our spine, so some people's back will lift up off the floor, some people's back of their waist you won't feel a gap. And then feel around the lower back and into the back of your hips and into the top of your legs. How's that feeling at the moment? Does it feel like it's open, loose? Is there any niggling pain? Is there a little bit of tightness or tension? Just observe your spine. So the first exercise, bend both of your knees, feet flat onto the floor. Have your right hand behind your head and your right elbow on the floor beside you. Bring your left thumb and tuck it in behind your right knee, and then just really relax your right foot completely. Keep the chin lifted off the chest, take a deep breath in, relaxing your toes, and as you curl up, bring the right elbow around, touch the right knee, or as close to it as possible. Roll back down, breathing in, right elbow to the floor, opening the shoulder, tighten up the tummy muscles on the front as you exhale, gently gazing up, just at where the ceiling and the wall meet. So you've got that little gap between the chin and the chest, shortening the muscles as you come up, breathing out. Try not to pull on the back of the neck, and be aware as you come up, as you breathe out, you can just see out of the side of your eye, your elbow moving past your cheek towards your right knee. You can do at least 4 of those, and then leave your right elbow out this time, and now bring your chin up to your knee. And roll back down. Notice as you roll back down, you've got space in the belly to breathe. Curling back up, tongue resting in the bottom of the mouth, and then come back down. Curling up, so as little muscular effort as possible. These Feldenkrais exercises are built around re-educating the nervous system, so you want to use as little muscular effort as possible to perform the exercise. And then we're going to make a slight adjustment. Keep coming up as you breathe out and bring your nose to the knee. Right elbow right out by the side. Breathing in deeply as that right knee moves away from your body. So as you're coming in with your knee, can you see your left arm is bending? Bend the left elbow, but don't let the left thumb come out from behind the right knee. Keep it there till you've done at least 4 curl-ups with your nose squeezing up towards. Now make the last final adjustment. Keep the right elbow out by the side, chin onto your chest, forehead up towards the knee. Breathing in on the way down. Breathing out, pull that left arm in, right elbow out, abdominals crunching. Now can you sense that you're opening up more around the back of your neck now? Good, and the stretch through your lower back as your right knee comes in towards your forehead. Now take the right hand out, the left hand away from the right leg, and just straighten yourself out along the floor. Close your eyes for a moment and just take some nice long deep breaths. And just be aware of what the right side of your body feels like. Can you sense any difference between the left and the right side of your body? Just tuning in, don't worry if you can't. If you can, that's brilliant. I often feel that my right side feels lighter and it feels like it's closer to the floor, but it might feel different for you. Everyone will experience it slightly differently. So we're going to balance that out now with the left side. So bend both of your knees again. Feet flat onto the floor. And then bring the left hand around and your right thumb, tuck it in behind your left knee. Let that foot flop down. So if your thumb slips out to here, always slide it back under. Just important to get those little things right. Take a deep breath into the belly again. As you curl up, bring the left elbow round to touch the left knee. Roll back down, elbow to the floor, breathing in, right arm stretching. So I'm going to give you lots and lots of teaching points. That's just the way that I am when I teach. Don't worry if you can't remember them all. So you might think I'm a bit of a nag because I'm telling you lots of little different things to do, but you just get the basics right first. And then when you feel that you can, then you might hear it and listen to it next time. You think, oh, I never heard her say that, because you're concentrating on other things or the mind might still be busy. Now leave the left elbow out. Let the tongue rest in the bottom of your mouth and bring your chin up towards your left knee. Breathing in on the way down, curling up and just supporting the back of your head with your left hand. Good. Belly expanding as you come down, curling and squashing your belly button into the spine as you curl up. Breathe in, breathe out. Leave that left elbow right out and open. Make the slight adjustment now. Bring your nose up to the knee. Again, make sure there's a gap between the chin and the chest and your left elbow is pointing out. Try not to let that left elbow come forward by the side of the head. Breathe in, breathe out. And breathe out. We're going to make the final adjustment now. Drop your chin down, feel the back of the neck opening up and bring your forehead up towards the knee. Still keeping the tongue resting in the bottom of your mouth, so you don't need to have any tension in the face. Try not to frown with concentration, relaxing to the floor as you go down. Make it relaxing, so really deep, effective exercise to straighten out your spine, particularly the low back and the neck. So stretch out your left leg and your right, wiggle the shoulders slightly, and then let your arms come down to the floor, the back of your hands on the floor. And again, tongue resting. Close your eyes if it helps you tune into your body. Relaxing into your forehead and be aware of the sensations in your body. Can you feel the energy moving around the back of your body? Maybe also when you're doing this class you can anchor in these feelings and these physical changes, emotional changes, with some affirmations. You can say them quietly to yourself. I'm relaxing and realigning. I'm letting go of all tension in my body. So just let yourself, let your mind float to whatever it wants to. Now bring your ankles side by side, and then I want you to tap the balls of your feet together. Let the tongue rest in the bottom of your mouth again. You can close your eyes and just focus into that third eye point in the centre of your forehead. So that third eye spot. And it just helps you not focus on what you're actually doing. Just be lightly focusing into your forehead. Try not to have tension in your arms, your shoulders, your fingers, your chest. They're all completely relaxed. And you're just rebounding the balls of your feet. You want that vibration. This is a Kundalini yoga warm-up exercise. Just keep going. I want to go for a full minute. We've got 15 seconds. You might get a build-up of an ache in the groin. So that's a good thing. We want to stimulate the lymph nodes, get the lymph moving through the body, get that subtle vibration, wake up the energy lines in your lower body. And take a deep breath in, stop the feet. Hold the breath and squeeze the root locks. Squeeze your back passage like you're stopping yourself going to the toilet. Shoulders soft and then exhale. Let go, let go, let go. Lovely, well done. Leaving the legs where they are, we're going to do an exercise called hip hitches. So it's good for the posture, but be careful if you've got any low back trouble. So I'm going to stand up in a moment or sit up and show you, but if you know what we're doing, you're slightly tilting your pelvis. So tilt the pelvis up and then hip hitches. So what I'm doing with my hands is what I'm doing with my feet. You don't need to do that with your hands. You just want to isolate. So carry on. So effectively what you're doing on the floor is what I'm doing standing up. Can you see? I'm just alternating my hips, lifting my hip to my waist, but be very careful and keep, so we're activating those little subtle muscles around it. You're doing this lying on the floor. Great. And then just relax again, and then bring your knees up, feet flat on the floor. Let's do our little pelvic tilt. So I want us to really isolate this tilt. We're going to use it when we come down on the floor later to do our work when we're lying on the front of our body and going in and out of other postures. So the tilt is you want to push your back of your waist into the floor. Can you feel? And push your feet down. So your pubic bone, this bone here at the front, is going up to the ceiling. And then you can put your hands on the hips if it helps you, one in front, one in back. Then you're lowering it down and then pushing it the other way. So be careful when you go this way. So we're then pushing down to the floor. So it's like a rocking. So just feel into it yourself. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, belly expands, breathe out and tilt. Now we're going to continue up into bridge. So continue, lift up through the pelvis, lifting up, lifting up, lifting up, till you feel the weight across your shoulders. Feel the weight into your shoulders, palms down, and then I want you just to roll back down again, one vertebrae at a time. Pull the belly button in, ironing your spine down into the mat. Now if that's enough for you to start and just really tune into your body, do that. Otherwise we're going to come up and do something a bit more challenging. So rolling up, squeeze your bottom hard, keep your nose facing the ceiling. Be careful if you are turning to look at the screen. Just watch first with your head before you try the movement and then come back, realign your spine and then do it. So nice and tight, and then we're going to lift the right knee up at a right angle and place it down without letting your left hip drop. So squeeze your bottom, feel that working in your bum and in your thighs. Might be, if it's too much to lift your leg first, you can always just try to extend your leg. Squeeze and extend. So whichever you feel you want to do. If you want to just roll up and down, or if you want to bend your knee up and down and lift. Work those abdominals, work your legs, squeeze your bottom and push the hands down to help. And then we're going to roll back down together. Roll back down, well done. Now push the soles of your feet together so the knees are flopping out to the side. We're going to do another little activation into the gluteal muscles in the bottom around the side of your body. So, feet soles together, tilt your pelvis, and then squeeze up into your bottom. And then carefully lower down again with that pelvis. So, breathe in, breathe out, tilt the pelvis, squeeze your feet, and lift. Squeeze your bum. Great. Knees out to the side. Keep the pelvis tilted. Roll back down. Lovely. Breathe in. Breathe out. Tilt the pelvis. Squeeze. Now hold it up this time. If this isn't good on anybody's back or shoulders, you please just adapt it. Stay on the floor. Just do some gentle stretches. Squeeze. 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 And release. Well done. Great. Hug the knees in. Bring your nose up towards your knees and roll back down. Hands onto the top of your knees into jellyfish. So we're just going to loosen up into the hips. So let your toes go soft and then just swing your knees into your chest, out to the side and then away from your body. In and out and then round the other way. So both directions. Feel it massaging into your abdominals and into and around your lower back as well. Now, if you want more of a challenge, have your hands together. One knee goes in and one knee goes out. So it's a little bit of practice for the coordination. Bring one knee towards you as you push one knee away. And then the one that you're bringing towards you, reverse and go the other way with both legs. Reverse. One knee, toes are relaxed, neck and shoulders are soft. Well done, lovely. Hug your right knee and extend the left leg along the floor. Squeeze your left shoulder into the floor behind you and tuck your chin in and really lengthen down the back of the leg. Keep that left leg nice and engaged. Good, nice and strong. Feel that stretch into the hips, into the lower back. Now extend both arms. See if the back of your hands can touch the floor. Breathe in. Push your spine into the floor, chin on the chest. Bring the other leg up. Hug it. Bring your right shoulder into the floor and then rotate that ankle. Chin onto the chest, right shoulder into the floor behind you. Fabulous. Really stretch the neck and the upper body. And again, big stretch. And bring the knees in. Lovely. So into Vakrasana. So we're going to work on the lumbar spine in the back. So be careful with this first of all. We do it nice and slow. Hands out at a T shape at your shoulders. And then press your palms down into the floor. Really press them down. And then have a right angle at your knees. Imagine someone's just taped your knees and your inner thighs and your ankles together. So try to have no daylight. Breathe in. Drop your knees to one side. If it's pulling too much, drop your feet closer down away from you. You don't have to have a right angle to start with, or bring one knee down at a time. If it's okay on the neck, turn the left ear away and feel the stretch from the outside of your left knee up through the body, open across your chest into the armpit, into the neck. Turn your nose up towards the ceiling. Really tighten the pelvic floor muscles and your tummy and lift. Breathe in. Go the other way. Drop the knees. Breathe out. Turn the right ear and really, really stretch. Stretch through the armpit. Feel that stretch through the chest. Hold it for another breath. Push the knees to the floor. Squeeze the belly button in. Turn the head up. Now, with your own time, you can go a little bit quicker. Just till it feels, you might want to take your feet out a little bit closer to the floor. Those that have got nice strong abs, strong back, no problems. As long as your shoulders are staying down on the floor, you can lift them up and down. But make sure your shoulders aren't lifting. Good. All the way over and all the way down. But legs are together again. Squeeze the belly button in, strengthening up your abs. And then everybody come to right angles, hands down by the side. And we're going to work a little bit on the thighs. We're going to get a little bit of lymph moving through the body. Get the heels vibrating and kicking. But watch your knees, be careful. So in your own time again, we're going to... So nice strong thighs, get these muscles working. Pump the lymph through the body and get your heels, if it's okay on your knees, to kick down against your thighs. Feel the thighs working. And breath the fire. But don't get lightheaded. If it doesn't suit you with the breathing, just breathe slow and deep, okay? Just do what suits you. Well done. Hug the knees again. Now, into a hamstring stretch. So we're going to do alternating hamstring. Use the abdominals as well. So I'll show you the first few, then join me. So we're going to hug into the floor. My elbows are going back. My chin's pulling down, shoulders pressing. Breathe in. Stretch out my lower back. Breathe out. Flex the toes. Thighs are engaged. Roll back down. Breathe in. And out. in. Work at what speed suits you. Flex the foot. Exhale. Keep looking forward, lifting up the head. Well done. Excellent, well done. Good, stretching out the legs. If we're sitting for long periods of time, we want to be lengthening out these hamstrings. They're important postural muscles, so we want them to be long and strong. Great. Now we're going to roll up into boat pose, or come up with your hands behind the knees if you need them. Keep up onto your seat bones. Use your hands whenever you need to. Hold it there. And then we're just going to extend the legs up. Lovely. And then we're just going to bend the knees and straighten. And again, hold, hold, hold. Whee! Well done. Great. So let's come up to sitting. And then just sitting cross-legged. A little bit of workout for the shoulders. So breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Let tension go from the neck and shoulders. I am going to put up again another separate exercise called relaxed shoulders, which is a Feldenkrais exercise. So if you do suffer with neck and shoulder tension, perhaps look that one up as well. You can do it seated or lying, but just really focusing only on the shoulders. So let's roll the shoulders back. Then let's have the hands onto the knees. Drop your chin. Coming up, looking eyes to the ceiling, breathe in. Tongue on the roof of the mouth. Exhale, pull the belly button in as you push down your chin to the chest. Look up, breathe in. Lovely. Exhale, squeeze the pelvic floor, belly in towards the spine. One more. Looking up into the eyebrows, drop down, and then let's just bring our head looking over the one shoulder. Imagine you've got your chin balancing on a table, so it needs not to drop or be lifted. Come to the front, breathe in. Turn over and look with your eyes to the right, breathe out. Come to the front, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, squeeze that belly in. Tongue resting in the bottom of your mouth. Breathe in, breathe out, look with your eyes to the back, forehead relaxed. Drop your chin and half circle. Loosen into the neck. So by the time we're finished, we're going to work everything from our fingers to our toes, eyes, neck, every part of the body. Drop your head down. Coming up, breathe in. Lovely. Now let's just work the eyes. So just with your eyes, look up into your eyebrows and then down into your cheekbones. Let the tongue rest. Just keep looking up and down in your own time. And do it with as little effort, only the eye muscles working. So the forehead is relaxed. Deep breathing into the belly. Shoulders are relaxed. Well done. Now look to the side. Keep the head facing forward, but your eyes look right the way to one side. And then move your eyes to the other side. Eyes to one side. Eyes to the other side. Eyes to one side. So I'm not going to do too many of these, but I'd like you to do some of these during the day. Look up to one side on the diagonal, down to the other side. One side on the diagonal. You can be breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Now swap your eyes to the other diagonal. Hands are resting. Down to the opposite side. See if you can see your eyebrows. See if you can see the top of your cheeks. See what you can notice. Breathing out. And then circle your eyes really big, like you're looking at a massive clock face like Big Ben. And you've got right up close and you're looking around every single part in both directions, clockwise and then going round anti-clockwise, and just noticing if your eyes want to jump at any part of the circle. So you want to really get a nice smooth action, and then just blink your eyes, stretch your face. Lovely. So some grounding exercises for the feet. We're just going to take the right foot your right foot or my left foot, whichever way you want to do it, as if I'm teaching you. So I'm going to rub all over. So top and bottom, and there are over 7,200 nerve endings in your feet. I know a little bit about the feet, not quite a lot about the feet, because I've been doing reflexology as well for over 25 years. So just pressing, like massaging, into the ball of the foot, which is the lung reflex. So we really want to keep that reflex. Any hard skin, any calluses, you want to try to work to get those removed. And going to get that mobility into those little metatarsal bones of the feet. So pressing all over, all the way down through that other soft part of the body for the digestion and round the heel. And then just rubbing in between the toes if you can reach. So that's going to just keep them stretched. And again, when you're drying with the towel, that's the same. Try to get in between the toes to wake up the nerves. Lovely, tapping all over. And then if you can, interlace your fingers between your toes. But if you can't, don't worry, just hold your hand. I'm interlacing mine. But if you want to hold around the ball of your foot, that's perfectly okay. You might only be able to get your finger between a couple of the toes to start off with, but then we're going to just stretch and then rotate the ankle. And you want a maximum rotation, not just a quick little circle. Really, really rotate to the maximum without straining. And you can probably feel your big toe muscle, the big toe joints as well, want to stretch and relax as you're rotating. And a little twist, so just lovely. Now if you notice, your foot's going to feel a little bit lighter and it's going to be a bit redder. Let's swap over to the other side. So rubbing all over. So that's called erythema, that little redness. So when you have massages or reflexology, that nutrients that are carried in the blood and the oxygen is going to be carried into, and then the toxins and the waste products will be carried out. So when we've got cold feet, poor circulation, we want to be really stimulating these nerves. Press into the ball of the foot again. And while you're doing that, you can just relax into your breathing. Relax your shoulders. Try not to have anything tense in the body. This is just your time, just for you. And again, working down, whatever feels nice for you. You know, you don't have to do every single thing that I'm describing. If you feel drawn to do something else in a different way, then you go ahead and do it. Okay, and then we're going to stretch in between the toes. So again, fingers in between the toes, rotate that ankle. So these are some grounding exercises, and again, I'll put up a video that's purely for grounding exercises. So a lot of resources I've used and just learned from over the years. So I'm putting a few of different things in this class, so it's a bit of an all-over workout, but I will do shorter videos for each specific thing as well. Lovely. So relaxing, just noticing when you put your foot cream on, just any areas that might need a little bit of extra attention. Great. So let's go into our live nerve stretch. So we want to sit with the legs out. Again, be careful, take it easy to start off with. And you want to flex your feet up. So the idea again is that we're going to be having the nerves stretching from underneath your big toe, up through the legs, up through your spine, into the brain and right up into our hands. So thighs are engaged, lift up out of your waist, take a deep breath in, tighten up your pelvic floor muscles and exhale. Coming up, breathe in and then exhale. Just, you'll start to feel it get a little bit easier when you've done the first few. Now you can go slow, you don't have to stick at this speed. Exhaling as you go down, inhaling as you come up. Exhale and stretch. Inhale, exhale. Go a little bit quicker if you can. So as you're moving, tighten up your tummy, tighten up your back, your abs. Stretch for the ceiling. Squeeze. And now we're going to hold it this time. On the next time you go to the left, hold it down. Drop your right shoulder forward. Hold it there. Flex your toes back towards you again. Try to keep the thighs nice and strong. Long, slow, deep breathing. And for anyone that knows Kapalbhati breathing, stay down and hold the stretch. I'm just going to demonstrate. It's a diaphragm, the diaphragm pulsing, relax the shoulders, mouth is closed. So I'm pumping, I don't know if you can hear me, as I'm holding that. Or if you've eaten in the last hour and a half, don't do that. If you're menstruating, don't do it either. Just do long, slow, normal, natural, deep breathing. If you feel it's going to get you lightheaded, then just do normal, relaxed breathing, okay? Now, another 10 seconds. And if you can close your eyes when you're in that position and focus on your third eye again, that's going to make it a little bit easier as well. Tongue resting in the bottom of the mouth. Coming up, breathe in. Hold the stretch, squeeze the root. Squeeze into the root. Exhale and go to the other side. Drop down, drop that left shoulder forward. Feel the stretch. Long, slow, deep breathing or Kapalbhati breath. So focusing into your third eye, relax the jaw, pull the toes back towards your head, engage your thighs, try to lengthen down the hamstrings at the back of the legs, but don't strain. Well done. Keep the jaw soft, let the tongue relax into the bottom of the mouth, wake up the whole of the nervous system. Last 10 seconds. Coming up, breathe in. Hold the breath, squeeze the root. And as you breathe out, just bring your legs in. Come to sitting with your legs crossed, if that's okay. Close your eyes, put your hands onto your knees and just feel into your body. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. Feel that you're sitting right up onto your seat bone so that your tailbone is in line with the crown of your head. So just pull the chin back slightly if you need to. Soften into the shoulders. Feel that lightness, the nervous system releasing and expanding with light. So just breathing in peace. Breathing in positivity. Just know that these exercises, and as you do more classes like this, any tension will just simply be dissolved. So give yourself permission to just let it go. Breathing in that light and that peace. Lovely. Just gently opening your eyes and refocusing again. So continuing with the grounding exercises. Again, come onto your knees and just do what you can. If you can't do this, then you can always stand up and do a little stretch on the wall or something else for the legs while we're doing this. So bring your knees underneath, sit onto the heels. We're going to bring our fingers nice and wide and stretch them behind us. So stretch them onto the floor, push the knees down, push the shoulder blades together, lengthen your arms, and feel the stretch into your arms and across your chest. It's okay, you can take the head back slightly, relax your forehead, and just be conscious of that opening on the front of your body. Breathe into the front of your body. And then just let the chin come down onto your chest. Soften the elbows a little bit, and we're going to lift the knees carefully. Maybe one and then the other, but if you can, very carefully. We're going to stretch the ligaments and the tendons on the front of the ankles. So it's not a position that we get into very often. So please, please, please take it carefully. Then we're going to bring the right foot next to our left knee. So if you can have it about 4 inches behind your left knee, then pop it down. Have your hands on the front of your knee and your body resting onto your thigh. And then just rock yourself forward and back. So see if you can bring your heel down, so feel that deep stretch into your Achilles tendon and into the belly of your calf muscle. So don't let the knee rock out to the side. You want to bring the knee over your big toe if you can. And again, just building up to that one slowly. And then we're going to swap over to the other side, coming up onto the toes, give the back of the toes a bit of a stretch, and then swap over. So again, have the heel down, hands onto your knee and rock forward and back. Great. So again, easing it down into the heel, breathing deeply into your belly. Relax your neck and shoulders, tongue resting in the bottom of the mouth. Great. Fabulous. We're going to come down onto the floor now. So dropping down onto our front. We're going to do one of our isometric cobras. So be very, very careful. Hands down by the side to start off with. Push your tailbone down into the mat and tighten up your bottom. So we're going to lift up, squeeze the toes together. So imagine you've got just one leg and then come up, lifting up with your, just do a few using your back muscles only. Breathe in and breathe out. Squeeze the bum, push the hips into the floor. Lift and release. We're going to add a little cobra twist to this now. So we're going to lift up. Breathe in, then bring your hands, hold the breath, turn to the right, turn to the left, and come back down. We're going to do that twice more now. So bring the hands back to the start position, push your pubic bone in, squeeze the bum, lift up, breathe in, hold the breath, hands engage, rotate, and come down. Well done. So we're activating the 3 energy channels, the Sushumna, Ida, and Pingala. And then just come down, make a pillow with your hands, let the heels drop out, relax your bum and your legs, turn your head, let your cheek rest onto your arms that are making a little pillow, and breathe into your belly. So just let that exercise take effect. Breathe into the belly and release out. Well done. Now, come up into plank position, so elbows underneath the shoulders, and then come onto the knees if you need to. Make sure that you've got your elbows lined up under your shoulders. If you're starting out, you might want to just hold it here till the abs in the back get strong enough to take your knees off, and then again, one knee, then take up the other knee. And if you can, take up both of your legs and squeeze your bottom tight. We're going to hold it for 30 seconds. So I want you to squeeze your bum, imagine you're tightening up your bottom, and imagine you're trying to pull your elbows along the floor, so you should feel the muscles on the front of your body tightening up as well. Well done, hold it there. Ooh. Oh dear, I've forgotten where I started the clock. Haha, 5 more seconds, go slightly over, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Come down onto the floor. Excellent. So let's do a half locust. So hands, palms onto your thighs and the other side. So just let your head rest to one side or your forehead down if that feels comfortable. It's better to have the neck straight if you can, or just let your head go. So lifting up the right leg, breathe in. Squeeze and lower down. And again, imagine someone's pulling your toe away from you and keep the hips down. So feel the muscles, pelvic tilt, push into the floor and lift. Engaging the muscles on the back of the legs. Well done. Swap the head to the other side if you've got it turned and lift the left side. Push the pelvis down. I'm only turning my head just to observe. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Keep the left hip down. Feel the muscles. You can use your muscles on the front of your body. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Well done. Opposite arm to leg lift. So one arm and the opposite. Now if that feels it's a bit too much of a challenge, you could just do your arms only until you feel that you've tuned into those muscles in the shoulders. And then just join in opposite arm to leg. Squeeze. Keep the pelvis pushing forward. Lovely. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Now we're going to do a reverse plank full push-up position if you can. So legs are nice and straight. If you need to put your knees down, put your knees down. Deep breath in. Push up. Well done. Hold it there. Hold it there. Drop to the knees. Into swan stretch. So drop yourself forward. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Dropping yourself forward. Forehead to the floor. Push your hands into the floor till you feel your bum is as close to your heels as you can get it. Squeeze. So coming up onto all fours. We're going to go into lizard stretch, but be very, very careful. So be careful on your back knee. If you have a towel or a cushion, something that's not going to give you too much height, pop that under your knee if you need to. We're going to bring our right foot up. And we're going to take it to the side of your mat. So if you find it difficult to balance with these postures, whether you're doing hip flexor or whether you're doing lizard or other things on the knee, if you take your foot out a little bit wider than hip distance, one forward and back, you're going to get a wider platform. So if it's narrow, you're going to wobble and put a strain. So you want it a little bit wider. So then we're going to have our right foot, hand lined up. Now the key to this is to pull this right knee into your shoulder like your life depended on it, like the foundation stone. Bring that right knee into your right shoulder and then push off that back leg. Now that might be enough for a lot of you. Even just to get into this position is probably quite a challenge. If you have got blocks, you can always put your hands on blocks as well till you can get a little bit lower. So stay wherever you need to till you stretch into it. So strong through your back leg, bring the right knee in, and if you can, we're going to lift the left arm up to the ceiling. Be very, very careful. Pull the right knee into your right shoulder. If the balance is strong, you can look up at your left hand. Chin towards the left shoulder, eyes looking up, put nice strong back leg, tummy tight, bring your left arm down, place it underneath your shoulder. Lift the right arm up, rotate through your spine. Keep bringing that right knee in towards the midline. Look up towards the shoulder. Eyes up towards the fingers if you can. If it's too much on the neck or you're working into the balance, keep looking down. Bring your hands down in front of your right foot. Well done. Lovely. While we're there, let's do a little stretch. Be careful on that back knee. Bring the right foot slightly in. Top of the foot on the back flat, and bring your arms up, breathe in, look up at your thumbs, push back, and then coming out, bring your opposite arm to your front leg, bring your hand around onto your lower back, twisting through the spine. If that hand is going, if it can go round to the opposite hip, bring it round and pull yourself around. Look around to the right shoulder or to the shoulder that you're looking over. Pull the belly button in, squeeze, 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 pull the heels in, the knee towards each other to get a nice stable base. Lovely. Come out slowly. Let's realign the spine, relax the knees for a moment, come into swan stretch, open through your upper back, stretch, stretch, stretch. Really lengthen through your body, releasing tension in the shoulders. So let's come into lizard on the other side. So bring your left foot or your other foot up, opposite side, and you're going to line up your fingers with your toes, okay? Right knee out slightly if you need that little bit of extra wide balance. Nice straight line, toes under on the back foot, engage those pelvic floor muscles, and stretch. Lovely. Now bring this left knee into that shoulder, pull, 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 and if you want to, take the right hand up. So keep the hand and the foot beside each other and open. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, looking up. Only if you can, keep that balance, pull the pelvic floor in, push your feet down into the floor, bring the right hand down underneath your right shoulder. Level out the hips, twist through your spine And you should have a nice straight line from your right shoulder to your right wrist. Look up at your left hand. Look up, look up, look up. If you can, pull the belly button in. Push really strong through your thigh. Tighten up your bum. Come down. Well done. Careful on that back knee. And coming into hip flexor stretch. Bring the arms up, breathe in. Pushing into that front foot, really opening up onto the hip on the back. Looking up if that's okay, again on the neck. And then bringing your opposite hand to the outside of the leg. Dropping your shoulder, hand onto the lower back. Or if you can, bring your hand round, use it as a lever and twist. Look over your left shoulder or the shoulder to the back. Pulling the heel of your left foot or your front foot and your knee together to stabilise that position. Lovely. Come down carefully. And again, into swan stretch, release the hips. Great. So let's come into our single-legged pigeon. So we want to get a nice stretch onto the outside band of muscle here. We're working those glutes in our little warm-up section. We want to stretch out these and get nice shape into the legs as well. So I'll doing it this way first. So hands to the side of your mat. Bring your right knee forward and centre, so you make a triangle with your hands at the front and your knee at the back. Line up your back foot to your front knee. Take the weight onto your back foot so you don't spin on your kneecap on that right leg. Take a bit of weight and take your right foot to the left. And then slide yourself back. Slide yourself back. And if you can reach, put your forehead onto the floor. Relax the neck, enjoy that stretch. And for some of you it might be easier if you put your hands like I'm doing, one on top of the other to relax your neck. Or if you're very particularly heavy chested and certain things are getting in the way, just let your head be lifted and then you can breathe a little bit more easily. And for those that feel they want to go a bit harder, you can move your body weight slightly more to the left, but be careful on the knees. Feel the stretch deepening around the outside of the right leg. Tighten up your tummy muscles, come up, and we'll do the same on the other side. So hands to the front of your mat, make your left knee make a triangle, line up your back foot with your front left knee, swing your left foot away from you, and then slide back. Open up the hips, push yourself back, keep that back foot working away from you, and then drop yourself down. And enjoy that stretch around the hips, so really opening up into the hips. Breathing deep all the time to help get the lymph moving through the body. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, your eyes. Really let go into the stretch. And before you come out of it, tighten up your tummy and engage your pelvic floor muscles. Feel that you've got some control going on. And we're going to do a few more stretches before we do our relaxation. So we're going to go into down dog and then a little bit of a stretch, and then we will relax and leave it there, I think. So taking the toes tucked under, nice position with the back. First of all, let's push into our chest, really focus on the chest first. So take a deep breath in. And then we're going to push our chest, keep the knees bent to start off with, and push and open your chest towards the legs. Like a dog, stretching the upper back. Then keep your tailbone up towards the ceiling, then extend your right leg. Bend it again, then extend your left leg. Feel into it, all the while keeping that full stretch on your upper back. Lovely. Come down to the knees. Just sit down for a moment, relax the wrists. Relax. Just squeezing, pinching, squeezing, pinching. Good. Into down dog again. So some of these are a challenge, don't have to go through all of them to start off with. So we're going to take a stretch, and when we do it this time, we're going to lift one leg up, drop it down to the other side, and then level off, and we'll do it on the other side, okay? So take it careful. If it's too much on the wrists, come down and just lift up the legs and adapt it, do what you can. Okay, just enjoy moving your body in a new way possibly. So toes tucked under, deep breath in, arms are straight, push up through the legs, chest to your knees, seat bones up to the ceiling, and then extend through the legs. Lovely, take the weight in toward the small toe, take your right foot up towards the ceiling, big toe up towards the ceiling, and pushing through the arms, bring that right heel to your left buttock, and lift your right knee up to the ceiling, open the hips. Take the right foot up, carefully, level off the hips, bring that right foot down with control. Push down through both arms, lift your left big toe up towards the ceiling, open the hips. Take the left heel over to your right buttock, lift your left knee up towards the ceiling, push, push, push. And take the foot up, level off. Fantastic. Come onto the knees and then just relaxing. Release the wrists. If you want to pop your socks on or pop something a little bit warmer on, we're just going to do a little bit of relaxation before we finish. So come round onto your back. I know you haven't got it there, but I'm going to use my meditation spray. If you have a nice aromatherapy spray or one of my sprays, the transformation spray or the meditation spray, then use that, and we're going to just roll down with control. Come back into the corpse position. So let your legs be out, rolling them in and out just to make sure you've got complete relaxation, no tension. Walk your shoulders away from your ears, tuck your chin in. And then let the back of your hands go onto the floor. Well done. Close your eyes. Just take a long, deep breath in. Breathe out. Well done. Well done. So let the tongue rest into the bottom of your mouth. Again, if it's new to you, you might find that you've been frowning those muscles between when we concentrate. So just let yourself relax now. You've done all the hard work. Now we just want to let the body relax for a moment. Let the subtle energy move through the energy centers in and around the body, the physical body and the aura. And the actual physical nervous system and all the endocrine glands, the digestive area, everything, the muscles. We've done such a good tonic for your body, for your being, for everything. So just take a nice long deep breath. So remember that breathing that we did at the beginning, breathing in nice and deeply for a count of 3, holding the breath at the top of your in-breath, and then exhaling for 5. So if you feel that you want to do that, let's just do that. If not, just relax and breathe normally. Really make the effort on those out breaths to really, really let go. Give yourself permission to let go of the wheel, let go of the oars, turn off the engine and just surrender. Be aware that your body is going to want to breathe normally, so just let go and just watch how your body wants to breathe, just naturally breathing in and breathing out. You don't need to control that now. Just really let go to the end of every out breath and just be aware that the whole of the nervous system is tingling and alive with this energy. And knowing that the wisdom of our innate healing self, our higher self, will send this energy and use this energy where it's needed most at the moment. And then that slowing down just gives all of the systems of the body a bit of a break. So just really slowing down to the end of the out breath. Just gently wiggle our toes and our fingers. Just noticing the arms are heavy and relaxed, the legs are heavy. So just try to avoid caffeine or smoking or alcohol or eating for about an hour. Have some nice room temperature water or something like a healthy smoothie, but nothing too heavy on the body. Just let yourself relax. Even if you're moving around the body, you'll still be healing. Just trying to do this at least once a week if you can. So we'll just bend the knees, have the tummy muscles under control, and then we'll turn over carefully onto the left. Doesn't matter if you can. Left side's good. Come up. So I can't do any live streaming on YouTube until I've got about 1,000 subscribers. I think I've got quite a long way to go at the moment. So if you can subscribe, that would be brilliant. Or send it to a friend that might want to enjoy using it as well. And I will, like I say, be putting up some more things as well going forward for a shorter time. So let's bring our hands to the heart center. Namaste. Bless you all, and see some of you soon, I hope. God bless.